All right, so budgeting. It's one of those things that we know we should be doing it, but it can feel kind of intimidating.
Yeah, for sure. Like, where do you even start?
Exactly. But you know what? We did a deep dive into this whole world of personal finance, all these articles and expert opinions, and guess what? Turns out budgeting really is the key.
It's true. And it's not about like restricting yourself or anything. It's about making smart choices, you
Yeah.
know, choices that line up with what you actually want in life.
Totally. So instead of just kind of hoping for the best, we're going to figure out how to create a plan.
A roadmap to financial peace.
I like that. Financial peace.
So first things first, we have to talk about cash flow before we even get to budgeting methods or anything.
Right. Okay. So this is where we figure out where all our money is going.
Exactly. Income, expenses, got to track it all.
Spreadsheets, apps, whatever works.
Whatever keeps you consistent. That's the key.
Gotcha. Consistency makes sense. But then the fun part, right? Setting those goals, what are we actually working towards?
Exactly. Emergency fund, paying off debt, maybe a down payment on a house someday. Having that goal in mind, it's huge.
Huge motivator.
Totally. So you don't get sidetracked by, those tempting online sales and stuff.
Oh, tell me about it. Online shopping is dangerous. Okay. But how do we actually go from tracking our spending to, like, making a real budget that works?
Well, one of the things we found is this method called the 50-30-20 rule. It's super popular.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
So after taxes, 50% of your income goes to essentials. Think rent, groceries, bills. Then 30% is for your wants. So that's, going out with friends, entertainment, that kind of thing.
And the last 20%?
Savings and debt repayment.
Oh, right. So it's all about finding that balance, like you were saying.
Exactly. You can still enjoy life, but you're also being smart about your money.
Love it.
And then another thing that came up a lot that people don't always think about is those irregular expenses.
Oh, like when your car decides to break down at the worst possible time?
Yes, or a last-minute trip for a wedding or something. Those things can really mess up your budget if you're not prepared.
So true. So what can we do about it?
One really effective strategy is setting up a separate fund just for those irregular expenses. Even a small amount each month can make a difference.
That is such a good idea. I'm definitely going to start doing that.
Yeah, it can save a lot of stress down the line.
Yeah.
Now, something else we should mention, this 50-30-20 rule, it's a good starting point.
That might not work for absolutely everyone.
Right. Like, there are other budgeting methods out there, like zero-based budgeting, the debt snowball method.
Oh, and all those apps?
Yes. Technology has made budgeting so much easier these days. Like Mint and YNAB, they connect right to your bank accounts.
No more like manually entering every single purchase.
Exactly. They can even give you personalized recommendations, which is pretty cool.
That's amazing. Technology is pretty awesome sometimes.
It really is. So, to kind of wrap things up here.
The big takeaway.
Yes. Even small changes, done consistently, can make a huge difference in your finances. Whether it's using an app, trying a new budgeting method, or just being more mindful of your spending.
Yeah.
You've got this.
I love that. You've got this. So true. Now, listeners, here's something to think about. We talked about those irregular expenses, right? What unexpected costs popped up for you in the last year? How can you prepare for similar things going forward?